Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And that's a run that will energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge. Escaping the pressure right.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes.
Here we go.
A good pickup there at 22. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll have a first down past the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson, boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There's a hush indeed. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run with Breida. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Touchdown! George Kittle, 66 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. Gold with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson to throw. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll roll him out right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. CD, while we have a quick second here, I want to give a shout-out to 3 teams who have struggled mightily this year, who all got wins in Week 12. The Dolphins, the Redskins, and for their first win of the season, the Bengals.
How about you? I love your empathy, right? You hate to see teams struggle like this. Hate to see teams that are down. And when they get wins, you come with a little bounce, don't you? You got a little extra spring in your step. Those Bengals, and they beat the Jets, who at the time were hot, right?
Yep.
They won 3 in a row. How about Washington? That win over Carolina. And then, of course, the Dolphins. No one really saw that coming. Their win over Philadelphia, even though it was at home. Could those wins for those teams be the death knell for the teams that lost? The Jets, we're not going to talk about them anymore. Carolina, they still thought maybe a late run could put them in the playoff race in the NFC South. And then how about Philadelphia? But they're not out of it.
No.
They still control their destiny. If they win out, they go 9-7 and win the NFC East.
Yeah, because they're just one game back of 6-6 Dallas. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. CD, with that incompletion, let's look at some of the big games Week 13. So these are ones that our crew probably think are the biggest 4. Let's rank them 1 to 4 as far as how big they are and what they mean. Baltimore at Buffalo, San Fran at New Orleans, KC at New England, Seattle at the Rams. How would you rank those? What do you think?
Well, this is going to sound self-serving since I'm working San Francisco and New Orleans, but to me that's the #1 game because the #1 seed in the NFC will be determined that week for that moment. Okay, the winner of that becomes the #1 seed. I think the #2 game, Seattle at the Rams, because Seattle's trying to maintain pace with San Francisco or become the #1 team in the NFC West, and the Rams have to have it if they have any designs on making the playoffs. The #3 game, Baltimore at Buffalo. Buffalo's announced its presence, that big win on Thanksgiving Day over Dallas. But Baltimore's the hottest team, the best team in the league over the last 8 weeks. And then you finish up Kansas City, New England. How is that the #4 game?
I know.
Hard to believe, but it is in this instance.
Jackson. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. They do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Well, you know, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Jackson throwing here, complete to Boyle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Tucker's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here.
And that's caught inside the 35. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 17-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is going to get out of bounds through the end zone, and that will go as a turnover as the defense will get it at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. Go to bed. I got you. I got you. Sit. Check this guy, check.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Well, partner, Thanksgiving in the rearview mirror, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all gone. And now if you look at the top 4 seeds right now as we hit, is it the quarter pole or the three-quarter pole?
It is the quarter pole, and we get the thing.
It's caught inside the 25. They're all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that slices the lead down to 17-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll run with Coleman on first down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 30 on second down, Garoppolo. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. This one complete to Coleman. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up second down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now he's going to let it go deep right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. On third down, Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Jackson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. He's going to loft one. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Mark Ingram. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are back within a single score. Tucker with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Garoppolo looks to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered by...
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 34.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 36! Drop deep, drop deep.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
Here we go, here we go.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Justin Ellis in on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Garoppolo. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's 3rd down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And a big loss here as he's taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
21.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jalen Ferguson. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Jackson on first down. This will be caught by Brown. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. Back to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. And now he'll tuck it and run. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Forced out to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up second and 10. They run again with Breida. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Garoppolo to throw for it on fourth. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll run on first down. Coleman. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. 13. Garoppolo to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Down to a knee goes Garoppolo, and that ought to do it. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on fourth down?
Under 10, 10.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.